Polish-French director Roman Polanski, now 76, was born in Paris and has won countless film prizes. This despite having an arrest warrant outstanding in the US since the late 70s and an international warrant since 2005. Now, 32 years after having committed his crime, he is being detained in Switzerland for extradition, even though the statute of limitations for his crime would have run out under Swiss law. In Poland, opinions regarding the Polanski case differ greatly.
Polanski is a great director, and nevertheless, American law enforcement has been after him for more than 30 years. That impresses me. I wish that Poland would be that rigorous with criminals here.
I'm shocked at how they are treating Polanski. After all these years, what they're doing isn't justice, it's revenge.
Many artists here in Poland and in other countries have signed a petition demanding Polanski's immediate release. But another internationally acclaimed director, Krzysztof Zanussi, sees things differently. In his view, this isn't a clear-cut case. He draws attention to the loose moral climate prevalent in the 70s.
The whole Hollywood was extremely transgressive at that time, and he was part of it. And public opinion was very much admiring these things. I was not. So I may defend a human being. I don't defend his crime. And I was only telling that this is not a simple-minded story in which innocent girl has been abused by a treacherous filmmaker. No, it was the whole scene, which was, in my opinion, deeply corrupt.
Polanski has admitted to having had sex with then 13-year-old Samantha Geimer, but he disputes the rape charge. After his release from pre-trial custody, Polanski fled the US, but his career didn't suffer. His recent arrest has triggered a wave of solidarity. Poland's foreign minister has appealed to the US for clemency, and even Poland's conservative head of state has not come down hard on Polanski.
The situation is very complicated. His crime is not a pretty one. And here we have two problems. I completely understand the artists that are supporting him. But I also understand that everyone should be equal before the law. Then again, it happened a long time ago. Not in terms of the statute of limitations, but it happened many, many years ago.
Even defenders of justice and morals in Poland find it difficult to tarnish his legend. Polanski's fame is also Poland's fame, his fate a patriotic concern.
He never became an immigrant. He was going in and out. And that's why his contacts were always very lively. He's one of us. I think because he made it in communist times, when it was particularly difficult to make an international career, and he was the winner. So it made him somehow an exponent of the whole class that was dreaming about doing something similar.
Polanski also worked through his own Polish heritage in his film The Pianist. It tells the story of a Jewish musician whose musical talent enabled him to survive the German occupation during the Second World War. Polanski fled the Warsaw Ghetto when he was 9, and his mother was murdered in Auschwitz. Professor of ethics Magdalena Schroeder, however, doesn't feel that his life story is cause for clemency.
Anyone who has lived through what Polanski experienced should have even more empathy for other people's suffering. What he did was bad, especially because he did it to a little girl. His experiences in the ghetto cannot excuse his own behavior.
Some in Poland are not prepared to excuse Polanski's offence. His case is still the subject of heated debate there.
From a legal standpoint, people shouldn't be hounded endlessly. But from a moral point of view, it is clear that he did the wrong thing, and that he should be punished for that.
I don't think that he should be spared punishment. But after all these years, I don't think the case is so controversial anymore. I think he should stand trial in a court if he would be treated fairly.
Krzysztof Zanussi would also like to see Polanski stand trial in a US court. Then he would be willing to support a bid to pardon Polanski.